Hello and welcome back to another episode of I Hate Golf, It's Awesome. My name is Caleb. He is Mark. We're coming to you today from Old English Trail Golf Club in Florence, South Carolina. As always, it's raining. It's finally raining. We're getting all the rain this month that we didn't get last month, or really the month before that.
Yeah, for a month we missed everyone, and this month we're getting everyone.
Yeah. All the little kind of cells that would hit in town would break up before they got out to us, and it was a rough, weather-wise month of July. It was hot. It was probably one of the hottest Julys that I can remember since we've been here.
It was for a couple of weeks. It was just.
There was like 4 or 5 days in a row where the heat index was 110 plus every day, and it was just.
Yeah, I think it hit 120 one day.
Yeah, it was not a lot of fun, and basically since the last day of July, it's been rain. It's been a lot of rain, but we were so dry that the irrigation pond on 9 where the pump house is, it was basically at the point where we couldn't pump out any more water, and we've had a ton of rain. We're on the 9th or the 10th. It's still not all the way up. That's how dry it had gotten. This rain that I'm seeing out the window right now might help fill it up. Yeah, it just got a lot heavier
again.
And we've got more rain in the forecast this week. So, it's been kind of, we were at the point where we didn't want to mow grass because it was so dry and so hot that every time you took a cart or a mower out, you left tire tracks. And now we're going to be playing catch up because it's too wet to get out there to do much. So
yeah, it was so dry we were almost cart path only because it was so dry.
If I would have had my choice, it would have been. It was pretty bad. But it's been a productive summer. Summer's not over, but it's been a productive summer
in some ways
for me on the course. It's been a challenging summer. I think probably this has been one of our most challenging summers, and I think that's partially because there's been some headaches along the way, but also because we've had the ability to do more things that more things have gone wrong with those abilities. But no, I feel like we've made a lot of progress out there on the course.
Well, I think some of that has to do as well with, our issues are getting more defined,
right?
Instead of everything everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of narrowing down a little bit, even though there's a ton of them. It's like you target things. So, you hit a speed bump when you're targeting something, and it's like, doggone it. It's that kind of feeling.
Yeah, we've had some headaches, equipment-wise along the way, stuff like that. The stuff that, you can try to control, but at the end of the day, you really can't. We did our airification kind of in parts this summer because we had some issues with the aerator that we were able to get fixed eventually and get everything kind of completed. So that's something we picked up last year for this summer that kind of chugged along a little bit.
Yeah,
but
you just have to love hydraulics.
Yeah, hydraulics and spindles and everything. Everything that can break will eventually break. So, but no, I think we've made a lot of progress, throughout the course. The greens at the beginning of the year were going to be our big focus and trying to get them back healthier. I feel like they are a lot healthier. One thing that I've talked about on here before, it's been a big headache for me on the course, is not having a map of anything, not knowing where anything is underground and stuff like that. It's something I thought we were finally going to get. We still don't have, but I've made a lot of progress as far as finding out, where all of the drainage is and the greens. We haven't found every single one of them yet. But we've found a lot of them, especially on some of the ones that were our worst draining greens. We've been able to clear those out and either have those completely fixed, or now we know what we need to go in and do to completely fix them. So that's something that's something that's not just a quick throw something at it to fix it, but that's something that will kind of have long-term impact as far as the overall health of the turf and stuff like that. So So yeah, it's always fun sticking a prong in the ground and hitting something hard. And sometimes it's a rock, but sometimes it's a drain cap.
What you were looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it's like from the beginning of spring to now. Beginning of spring, you look at the greens, it was kind of like yikes.
Yeah.
Because we had just gotten our water system late last July.
Yeah.
And now having it the summer and even the drought for a month, even in spite of that, the progress is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
We have still one green on each side.
Yeah.
That's like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
But boy, that's a long distance from where we were at.
Yeah. Yeah, 7, on the front and then 13 on the back are the two that kind of give us the biggest headaches. Most of that is drainage. Those are just really poor draining greens. Not so much because of the green itself, but kind of where the drains go. It's kind of a lot of things that you wouldn't think something, a hole and a half away would affect a green that's not anywhere close, but it does because that's just the flow of everything.
Right.
So trying to get some of that figured out, and it's not drains don't always go where you would think logically they would go. I don't know why. I don't know what the construction thought with that was. But we've been able to figure out a lot of it. And yeah, I was just, I was on 13 the other day and looking at it, and I try to remind myself to, take pictures of things just so I can see, okay, because when you see stuff every day, you don't see how much things have changed. And I was looking at, pictures from May and June. It's like, wow, this green has come a long way. It's still not exactly where we want it. There's still a long way to go. Maybe not a long way, but, there's still things that we can do this season before the growing season is over to get it a lot healthier and a lot better. But yeah, the progress that we've made is a lot of water coming down.
I can see it. Yeah, the construction process is probably, hey, we've got to get this done, put it there.
Yeah.
So you have no idea where it is because it's not logical many times. But, that's the process. And historically, that's been the issue with some of these greens. Yeah. It's like, it's always been an issue.
Yeah.
It's just, been try to cover it up.
Well, yeah, and that's stuff that over almost, this course has been here almost 30 years now. It's like that's stuff that, drainage starts to fail over time, just like irrigation stuff starts to fail. Last summer, like you said, we got the heart of everything fixed with the pump, but, now we're seeing some things pop up here and there, and a lot of it is because, I don't know when the last time that they had a fully functioning irrigation system was, before we came in here, but you start to see things like, pipes start to break here and there, or heads that haven't had water in them for a long time start to show up. It's like we're finding heads all over the place that, are buried 8-10 inches down that you would never think, oh, they ran an irrigation line out here. It's like there's 14 out by the road. It's like they have 4 lines of irrigation. It's like I don't know why they needed that many, but they put it in, so we're finding them. But yeah, it's
a fun process.
It's a process. It's definitely a process. No, it is fun when you figure things out. Trying to figure things out is not always fun, but when you actually figure it out, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like I'll send you a text and I think you hold your breath with what it's going to say, and most of the time it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's like taking a probe out on 180 acres and it's like, oh, I found something.
I found this 3-inch by 3-inch cap. It's like, wow. It's actually pretty neat. But no, it's we've still got some stuff that we want to do before the season's over, and we still have time. We're starting to get into the end of summer, into the fall, but we've still got plenty of warm weather to get some more stuff done, and I think we can still make some progress as we head in towards the fall and the winter and stuff. So
yeah, and it's easy to get trapped into thinking about, I didn't get this done, I didn't get that. That's just as I've said many times, you're never caught up. Ever. If you're running a golf course, it just doesn't happen. You're always chasing something.
Well, and I think we've tried to be, reasonable tried to be reasonable with our expectations of what we're able to accomplish every day. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, I'd love to go out there and just do projects, but there's still, like you said, 180 acres to maintain that has to be maintained every day and every week and every month.
But come to think of it, I haven't seen you pull your Steve Spurrier for
I've stopped wearing a visor.
Throw your visor.
Why. Hats are harder to throw.
It's like, there goes Caleb's visor. Something's happened.
They don't fly as far. No, there's one wall in maintenance that has a couple new dents in it. But
does anyone even know who Steve Spurrier is anymore?
Here? Yeah, they do. You're in South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they know who he is here. But no, it's there's always going to be stuff you deal with. And it's like, I see stuff, some of it's equipment failing, some of it's our golfers failing us. It's the headaches that you deal with at every level of golf course. It's like you try to remind me all the time. It's like this kind of stuff, damage to the course, it happens at every level of golf course. The difference for us is we're limited in the amount of people we can send out to fix stuff.
Right.
So it seems bigger, you
Right.
know. I can't just call 2 or 3 guys and say, hey, come out and fix this. It's like I'm usually the one fixing it.
Right.
So.
Well, and the other thing, too, is damage to us is a lot more expensive than to a private club that they kind of factor that in. It's like we keep our fingers crossed, and it's like, please don't do it.
Yeah.
But it still happens. Like I said, it happens everywhere.
Yeah, on my wish list with a lift for maintenance, it's something I want really bad is having a nursery green. That would be something that would be beneficial.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a taser for the people you see.
maybe an electric fence. that might be a little bit better for us. But no, that's stuff you deal with all the time. You get mad about it in the moment, and then you just kind of realize you have to move on. And we can do things to try to mitigate it, but we can't stop it entirely.
Right.
And I think, like I said, we've tried to be realistic with our expectations for the golf course, but we've also tried to kind of pass on that we have expectations for the people that play here too.
Right.
It's like, this course had a history, it had a reputation, and we're not trying to deal with any of that. It's like tired of talking about the past of what this place was. It's like, no, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to be. It's
Absolutely.
like, I'm tired of it's like the only stuff from the past I want to know is where did they build stuff. It's like that's all I care about in the past.
It's been long enough now. It's like, okay, that's over. Transitions happened, and yes, it's like we want golfers to have expectations of us when they come in here, because we have expectations for them. As we've changed some of our policies, it's like, no, we still want you to enjoy it, but here's what we need you to do on the property to get it to where we want it to be. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And I think that's more fun for everyone. Once they realize, oh, wow, this isn't so bad. Let's do this. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for us. It's, helping us to maintain the golf course and do everything we can to make it a better place. But it's also for the enjoyment of everyone else out here, because if someone's being a jerk on the golf course, it's like, I don't want to play where I know it's going to be, kind of a miserable time out there. I'm going to have to deal with a fresh divot when I'm putting. It's like, I don't want to be at a place like that. It's like, we got to there's some stuff that we just have to get rid of. And we've gotten rid of a lot of it, but it's an ongoing thing.
Right.
It's just,
I'll tell you, it's the first time I've ever had to change hours at a golf course to try to eliminate damage to the property and abuse, which is really bizarre to me, but you know what? It's been effective.
Yeah.
That's really, really strange.
Yeah, we've definitely had to get creative with things, to put it nicely. Yeah, it is what it is. You deal with it. But no, I'm excited about, where we're going. We've got the North-South coming up this weekend. I think
that'll be a lot of fun.
Good. We got the hats in from Puma. We got some good tee gifts for everyone. So I'm excited to see that. Hopefully it dries out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's we're going to get out on the course and do everything we can, but there's only so much you can do with, the dealing with weather. So
plus tomorrow night is our weekly Tuesday night scramble. That's always a big deal, and it's like, guys really get bummed when that's canceled because
Yeah.
I know they look forward to it.
Well, and we've tried to, and really, everything we've been able to do on the course has helped drainage, not just with the greens, but everywhere. I
Right.
mean, it used to rain when we first got here, and it'd be cart path only immediately. And it's like we've had some heavy rains, and then I come in the morning, and I think you expect me to send you a text and say, cart path, and it's like, no, it's 90 degree, just as normal.
Yeah. People come in and say, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
not that they do it anyways.
No, of course not. But no, it's we're able to do a lot more on the course now, and deal with weather with, just simple stuff that you just have to do. It's
right.
Maintaining the property at a higher level.
We're transitioning in a lot of it. It's just like having an event for our regulars and our members, north-south this weekend, Ryder Cup format. That's going to be a lot of fun. I don't think anyone's ever done that here. It's something I've always tried to do because everyone really enjoys it once they do it once. Transitioning in our policies as far as, hey, if I look at it as if you don't have a set of golf clubs, how are you going to show up and play?
Yeah.
And try to go out with 3 guys in one set of clubs?
Yeah.
It's just kind of a lot of. In fact, I've had people walk in and say, "You really had to write that on the board?" Yes, we have, and I understand. It's a lot of people are just they're not educated to that situation. That's fine. Then there's people that don't care.
Yeah.
And there's a difference,
Yeah.
and we're trying to separate those two groups because I enjoy educating people about, hey, here's what you need to do, here's how you can do it, and we're glad to help you any way we can.
Yeah, it's people that don't know and people that don't care reveal themselves pretty quickly.
Right.
It's pretty easy to spot, especially when you do this every day. It's pretty easy. It's like if someone drives too close to the green, it's like sometimes they just genuinely don't know.
Right.
And it's like we've tried to do more things. Like I'm not a big fan of roping off areas. I know a lot of courses do that. I just don't like how it looks. So we try not to do that. But we've added some signs out there to try to help people, directionally. And, I'm always trying to find the best way to do that. So it's like some days we might have signs out and, we might change those up and move them to a better place. It's like
Right.
we just, try to do what we can to, like you say, educate people.
Right.
It's like we're not trying to yell at anyone.
Right. Well, and that's even with in our shop with the rules that we're asking people to go by. It's like, and Whitney will tell you the same thing. It's just like, it's okay. Your first time, you weren't aware of that. That's okay. Go ahead and play today. And here's next time, what we'd like you to do.
Yeah.
It's just that it's that passive of a process. And still, guess what? Some people get upset, and that kind of sorts itself out for us. So it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of a process. The golf shop, we're transitioning. Equipment-wise, we're doing different things. So we're always looking for how do we get better.
Right.
That's our goal. It's like, that's what I tell everyone. It's like, just get better.
Yeah.
You can do it, but it takes effort.
Yeah, and it's like we're always going to try new things. It's like we're not going to be kind of set in the ways of this is how it has to be. It's like we'll try something. If it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, or if it works and we figure out, oh, no, we actually think this might be better, and we try it and it's not better, it's like we can go back. It's like, this is a process.
Right.
We're doing our best to, figure out what is best for this course and in this community. It's like, every golf course to me is unique, not only the golf course itself, but, the golfers that come here and stuff. And we're just trying to figure out, how can we be the best golf course for this community?
Right.
That's something we're trying to figure out, in the daily stuff and also the big picture stuff too.
Right.
So,
well, and I'll give a tip for folks that I see a lot of people that it's like, oh, I want to go play golf, and they come in, check in, head to the golf course. If you haven't played golf, go to the driving range 2 or 3 times to get a feel for what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. It'll make you a lot more comfortable than being on the golf course and looking up and there's people behind you waiting on you, people trying to go through you, and then it gets frustrating out there. So just go to the driving range and relax and have some fun, swing the golf club and figure some things out first.
yeah.
And that helps everyone.
Yeah. And, it's, we we can guarantee that we'll try our best to be patient with everyone that comes out here. We can't guarantee it for everyone on the golf course. It's like we do our best to try to maintain. It's like you said. It's like 3 guys with 1 set of clubs. It's not because we want people to have to buy golf clubs. It's because there are certain expectations we have with pace of play and stuff like that, and it slows things down. And we try not to be super strict with we have a set time that you have to be here by this. But it's little common sense stuff that
Right.
if everyone's going to the same bag, it's going to take a lot
Right.
longer. It's we try to have a reason for everything we do, and we do have a reason for
Right.
everything we do.
Well, and a lot of it is it's like in the junior program. I always try to teach the kids, be aware of what the expectations are, know what you're supposed to do and what's expected of, even whether you show up at the golf course or anywhere else.
Yeah.
Know what's expected of you, and you're a lot more comfortable in that environment then. It's a lot easier for you. You don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm standing out here, what's wrong?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we always say, if you have a question, come in and ask us. We'd be glad to talk to you about golf and the process and, how we can help you and what you can do. And you don't walk in and we're trying to sell you golf equipment and or lessons. I don't even do that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, if there's a way we can help you, we're going to be glad to help you.
Yeah.
If we can't, it's like, go get a bowling ball.
Yeah, there's plenty of other sports you can try. But no, I'm happy with everything we've been able to accomplish this summer. It's never as much as you want to do. That's just the reality of it. There's always more that I wish we could have gotten done, and like I said, there's more we're going to try to do. But it's dealing with the realities of running a golf course. That's just it's always something new. Even if it seems like sometimes I come in, it's like I'm doing the same thing. It's like it's never the same thing. It's always something different.
Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it's not worse.
Sometimes it's worse. Yeah. No, it's been a good year so far. I know it's been a while since we've been able to do a podcast. Like I said, we didn't have rain for a long time.
Right.
Mostly we do this when we have rain, and we finally have had some consistent rain.
Well,
so
that was my thought. It's like, what do we talk about? There's a million things that's happened since we've done this.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know the last time we did it. I know it's been quite a while, but no, I'm trying to think of what else we've been able to do out on the golf course. I was able to. I think right now I can confidently say the course is not weed free, but this is the most weed free this course has been in a very, very long time, well before us. That's just, that's what we talked about before, some of the different equipment we've been able to bring in, having a consistent sprayer, being able to get out there and stay on top of things, not having to be as reactive, being able to be proactive and stuff. And I might have picked a little bit of a hot week to go out and spray. It was a little, I was holding my breath for a couple of days there, but no, I think it's really, really paid off, and everything's looking pretty good out there.
Plus there's still things, it's like, oh my gosh, we haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah.
Like when I turn the corner up here and see the pool area, it's like, oh, we started pulling the fence down. It's like way down the list when it comes to nobody's playing golf at the pool, so that can't be a priority. Yeah. So, but we are working on it, and winter will come.
Yeah. Oh, the winter list is very long already. The winter list from last winter is still very long. It's there's always there's stuff I see on the course every day. It's like, okay, I'm going to get to this, but I'm on a mower and I'm in the middle of doing something, and before I even get off the mower, something else has happened that I have to take care of, and it gets pushed down and down and down, and there's
a lot of specifics to it. It's like I think of, just like you were talking about up on 14, that whole left side was wet forever.
Yep.
And it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's one little thing like that is a dramatic change.
Well, and that's actually a case. That's actually a perfect storm. That was an irrigation issue and a drainage issue.
Right.
It's like there's a couple places around the course that have been like that, where it's like it seems like everything that could go wrong in this one area went wrong. It's like, and sometimes you find out, well, it's because something someone came in after the fact and did something. It's like, oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. It's like, that doesn't look original. So yeah, there's stuff. I mean, one is still a spot, the lower part of the fairway, just because that's a low part of the entire property, where
Right.
so much water flows down to there that it gets wetter than other places, but
Right.
it doesn't get wet like it used to.
Right.
I mean, that entire fairway used to be just immediate cart path by
Right.
the time you got a half an inch of rain.
Right. And then there's major work like number 7. It's just a big job.
Yeah.
And we have to find time to tackle that big job because everything else has to be put on hold.
Yeah.
And we just can't do that.
Yeah.
So there's issues like number 5 fairway. I think of that, and it's like finding the drains and getting the drains cleared for that.
And it's finding the drains and then finding out what you have to do, not to just open up the drain right there, but it's like, oh, we have to take out this whole row of trees
Right.
for 200 some yards.
Right.
It's not always an easy fix right here. It'd be great if it was, but it's identifying, doing what we can to fix in that moment, and then figuring out the long-term strategy of, okay, how do we do this so we don't ever have to come back and do this, or
Well,
at least not have to come back for a long time.
And that's what I've explained to a lot of people in the golf shop. It's like you see us out there working, but a lot of the stuff that's being done you don't notice.
Yeah.
Because it's stuff that has to happen to have an impact.
Right.
And it's like, and most people understand.
Yeah.
It makes sense to them.
Yeah. It's, like I said, aerifying this season was a bit of a challenge because of equipment, but we were already able to, before we had those issues, we were able to, solid time them coming right out of the winter into the spring. We're able to do the fancy ninja tines that get real deep but don't leave a big hole. And it's like, we were, even with issues, we were able to do more than we had ever been able
Right.
to do before.
Right.
And being able to, consistently vertica and all the stuff that, seems like a headache in the moment, because, maybe the greens are a little bit slower for a day or two. But overall, that's the stuff that
Right.
really improves the health of the turf.
Well, and the only time I've ever seen an air fire break down is when you needed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like air conditioning never breaks down in the winter.
Yeah. Well, that was a case where I just couldn't do it because I literally couldn't get under it. So we took it to John Deere, and according to them, they had never seen one come in. It's like that was the first time they were dealing with it. And then when I went to go pick it up, there were 2 more sitting there. It's just, yeah. So, yeah, it's new equipment, it's old equipment. Equipment just breaks down and you deal with it. That's just kind of what happens. So, but no. Is there anything else you want to talk about today? We done complaining about everything we've done?
Thinking that's enough. Since we tell people, stop complaining. Enjoy yourself. Stop complaining.
Yeah.
Slow down and enjoy it.
Yeah. It was kind of at the end of, what ended up being the end of that really hot stretch. It's like we were talking and I was telling you about, it's just feels like it's been a while since I've had a good day. It's like I think that night I was out mowing and it got a little bit cooler. Instead of 105, it was probably like 102, and the sun was going down, and I was just out on a mower, and I don't think anyone else was here, and it was just like, no, this is pretty good. It's like, this is pretty nice. It's like, yeah, I'm just mowing grass right now, but I'm having a pretty good time.
Yeah.
So it's little moments like that kind of keep you going through the tough weather stretches, at least.
Well, and I pull in the morning, and here comes our little black kitty cat, Inky, running over to greet me because she's hungry.
Yeah,
of course.
'cause she needs
it's
food.
not because wow, I missed you. No, it's like where's my food?
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that. The one night I started to leave at sunset, and I think I told you I thought it was dogs running across the 18th fairway. It was 5 fawns together. It's like, and you just stop and watch it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of headaches, but also, it's also pretty fun sometimes. It's pretty enjoyable sometimes. Sometimes. Ask me what's broken today. And yeah. So there's some things that I have to do after this that are not going to be fun, but
it's good.
Yeah.
It's progress.
Yeah. We're enjoying getting to do everything, and we hope everyone enjoys the progress that we're making, and yeah, I still see us on kind of the path that we want to be on. Got some bigger steps we can hopefully make. But yeah, still having a good time.
And you don't hear it, but in the shop, Whitney and I both hear it a lot. The compliments. I mean, especially if someone hasn't coming through and they haven't played for a month, they're like, "Wow,
Yeah.
Great job, guys."
Yeah.
So, yeah, that means a lot.
Yeah.
That's very, very helpful.
Yeah. Well, and I get in the rabbit holes. Is like I follow other superintendents online and stuff, and I see people posting top 100 courses that they're working at, and I'm thinking, man, I wish we could be that. But it's like just that, that's kind of goes back to the expectations we have for ourselves, and it's like I don't want to not see that and think that oh, I wish we could have that, because I want us to get maybe not top 100 level, but I think there are things that we can continue to do to make the property better. I don't want to just see something and think, oh, that's good enough. It's like, no,
Right.
I always want us to get better. I want
Right.
to kind of continue forward and do everything possible. It's just realizing the reality of what is possible for us.
Right.
So no,
Good.
no, it's all good. So, all right, well, we'll get out of here. Hopefully we don't wash away. It's slowed down a little bit, but I think we got some more coming. But yeah, thank you for watching another episode of I Hate Golf. It's awesome. My name is Caleb. He is Mark, and we'll see you next time.